Alright, we're back here for round one. We've won the die roll because we're just that lucky. Hand has no blue mana, but I think it's a keep. No, I'd like to not like to mulligan. I think Sedge Scorpion into Swordwise Centaur is enough of a curve to get things going, sort of. Any land gives us an O-card Dryads, and a 1-2-3 curve in this format is very strong. We have the old hello and good luck. I really like Sedge Scorpion. I missed it when I was I sort of took a hiatus from drafting when the format was Born of the Gods and Theros, just those two sets, because the format was very boring in my opinion. It really didn't do much to change triple Theros draft, except just made a lot of the cards worse. So we're gonna bash here, and we did end up drawing our third land, so that's pretty good. And we have the O-card Dryad Font of Fortunes combo. Swordwise Centaur has a lot of flavor text on it. What does all that even say? Target creature gets -2/-0 and can't block. Well, that gives us a target for Starbreaker. That's sure. Alright. I guess I just missed out on a point of damage here. Already. Round one, already playing loose. Yeah, I, for some reason forgot that Constellation worked the way it did, even though I know how it works. Yeah, pretty loose. We'll tighten it up. Oh wow, that's got to be pretty good. So far we're just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and our opponent really hasn't done a whole lot. Yeah, I would like to use the ability. Thanks for asking. Just gonna get the beatdowns going. So we should have one more point of damage in, but the way the board's shaping up right now, it doesn't look like that's gonna be super relevant. We can refill our hand with Font of Fortunes and then go directly into extreme beats mode once we hit 6 mana. Wow, yeah, and our opponent passes back, doesn't play a land or anything. We'll pop the Sedge Scorpion, why not? I'm sure there's a very good reason why not, but I'm not aware of it. Smash. Interesting to see what our opponent's going to do here. If it's nothing, I don't think we can lose. He's just too far behind. We had a very good curve. It's tough to beat that. The old 1, 2, 3, 4 plus action. On turn 5, we're just drawing 2 cards, so. Do we want to, I think we want to keep the Font of Fertility in hand just so we can get the pump off O-card Dryads next turn, because, yeah, well, I guess it doesn't even matter. So, we're playing against Mono Swamps something. We didn't get to see our opponent's second color, if he has one. And we really only get to see one card out of him. He auto-submitted, didn't even consider sideboarding. I didn't think about this in deck building, but is Nykthos a card in our deck? Probably not, right? It's always fun to get fancy right after you win game 1. It's like, so football reference, you know, you have second and short. What play do you call? Because you could do anything now. It's all open. On the draw, this is our 7. This hand is much less good than our previous hand. Oh, whoa. Our opponent put us on a play. What? That's interesting. I didn't see that at first. His hand is less good on the play because it needs both land and spells. Oh, wow. Yeah, we could be in for a little bit of a beatdown here. We're gonna run out Font of Fortunes and ship it back. We'll see what our opponent has to pump his Trailblazer here. Hopefully it's not too much. I'm gonna Scourge Mark, something like that. I'd be okay with this. Nyxborn Eidolon. Acceptable. I have a feeling that at some point during this game, not yet, but at some point during this game, Seaguard's Revenge is going to be ridiculous. That's my prediction. It's the combo. It's the game winner combo. 6 lands plus Seaguard's Revenge. That is. No way to pump Trailblazer. Just getting in for the 2 here. I'm fine with that. We're probably going to be nullifying. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we're going to nullify basically anything he plays, but I'd prefer for it to be something good. This is not an aura when it's not bestowed, right? So I think we're just gonna... I think we're just gonna cast Nylea's Emissary as a 3/3 here. We don't really have any other action. Like we could crack the Font of Fortunes and hope to spike a 3-drop, of which we have, you know, many left in our deck. I think 5. But I don't think that's as good. Cast into Darkness, can't block, sure, I guess. I find that acceptable. We'll take our 2 here. We'll do the Star Breaking Dance. Fortunately, that doesn't even let us attack, but does unlock our guy for blocking. Yes, I would like to use the ability. Thanks, Moto. You're so cool. Our opponent's stuck on 2 lands, so I'm not really worried about Disciple of Phoenix stealing our Sea God's Revenge. I think... Oh, wow. Yeah, just like... Come on, man. Look at this board. Look at this board. It's going to take him like a million years to replay all this. Daring Thief. Yeah, I don't hate that. Definitely going to crack Font before attacking. And rewarded for doing so. I think I'm comfortable just trading across here and keeping our Emissary. Excuse me, I got distracted because the way Strive cards work on Moto is like slightly annoying. Yep, I would like to use Trample. That's why I, did that. So I think this is fine. Our opponent can't really have too much more action. Asphyxiate. Destroy target untapped creature. Well, I guess that counts as action. But we'll be able to, restock our board here very quickly. And Daring Thief has got to be pretty good here. I could do any target non-land permanent. I was gonna say, can I just like start switching him my islands? That's got to be pretty brutal. Maybe that's why they did that. Like, there's strict mana requirements in this set, so that'd be pretty brutal. Just already land screwed opponent, take his white source, start taking his black sources. But again, I like our spot here. We appear to be in a pretty dominating board position. I'm not really scared of any 4-drop he can play. Banishing Light, totally acceptable. I would imagine he just takes the Daring Thief, sure. And I'm, again, perfectly comfortable with this spot. We start beating down for 3 a turn, and we just have the sauce in our hand. Like, whenever this happens, it's game. It may not even be necessary if our opponent now sort of has to get back in the game at this point. They're very far behind. We're adding a legendary creature to the board. Any heroic enabler on this is probably game over too. With nothing on the board on his side, taking 7 plus 6, taking 13. Ugh. So he got the Tethmos High Priest, and he appears to be in the black-white heroic archetype, so he could definitely take advantage of this, and he's got things in his graveyard already to do so. Island. Island is not a great draw. We'll see if opponent chooses to trade here. Probably not, is my guess. Well, I've been wrong before. Does. Acceptable. We're basically in the same position that we were 2 turns ago, but now we have a 4-5 instead of a 3-2. And our opponent has 2 more lands in play. Oh, Supply Line Cranes. Excellent. Excellent card. Allows him to stabilize, sort of. Not gonna see God's Revenge yet. I don't think our opponent is in any position to be attacking unless they have some sort of answer for Anthusa. So I'm comfortable just waiting for a few turns. He'll deploy some more threats, and at some point Seaguard's Revenge will get him even more. Death Touch, sure. I can't recommend an attack, yeah. Ugh, we're flooding out super hard. That's kind of annoying. Still just passing the turn here. At some point, Baleful Eidolon is gonna, probably get us. It's probably gonna be able to trade for Anthusa. Century of the Underworld. Yes. Yes, you may. That's gotta be the business, right? 5. Yeah, I don't know why not. I would like to target 3 lands. The question is, do we care about getting in with the Anthusa? And I think the answer is no. Do we care about throwing away our lands for 2 damage? I think again the answer is no. As unfortunate as it seems, I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Yeah. The Death Touch, man. I just not really excited to trade across for that. And, still leave him with a Baleful Eidolon. That's okay. Again, I still think that Sea God's Revenge is just gonna be the nuts here. It will be the end. Silent Sentinel. Yeah. Go crazy, man. So many lands. So many lands, so little time. So unfortunately, based on how we flooded out this game, it appears that we could be losing. There's definitely some areas I could have played differently, but I think we're going to need to be able to draw more action in order to win this game. That's fine. This is it. Just the Eidolons, right? Or no, I guess he's got the thing that says my people can't block. Appreciate Chimera. Pretty good draw. Not upset about that at all. What is our best draw here? Tough to say. Tough to say. Enchantment creature or target enchantment creature. Alright, a good draw from our opponent. Definitely a good card. In this format, there's lots. I feel like the enchantment creatures are what you're really most concerned about killing. Obviously, the heroic enabled things are very good, and this lets you to, allows you to sort of wipe them out from under. Nothing too unexpected here. Choose to get another threat. And action. We really need to draw something pretty spicy here. Otherwise, we're going to be the deads. Font of Fertility, I don't think counts. We're battling because we don't really have many excellent blocks. Pretty expected. Yeah. Yep, that's about that. So we'll get to be on the play for all 3 games of this this match, which is kind of interesting. You don't see that happen very much. So now that we've actually seen his real deck, what do we think? What do we think? I think we just need to keep a more aggressive hand and try to get into a better situation for Sea God's Revenge. I think we definitely could have played that game differently. Possibly so much differently that it would have resulted in a victory. No, I like this hand. It's got Golden Hind, which is probably our best accelerator. Our opponent, it appears like they definitely could have an aggressive enough draw to do big things. But so far in this match, they've been pretty slow. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm just going to attack for 2 here. Missing on our 3rd land is kind of a bummer, but I think we'll be able to hit it. If not on our draw step next turn, definitely with Font of Fortunes. And lucky for us, our opponent didn't do anything with their turn, so we didn't lose too much. I think I'll play the island here and attack for 2. Yeah, this is what makes Golden Hind such a good accelerator. Like, we could have used the ramp, but then we missed on lands, and now we just get 4 damage for the, all the work we put in, which was very little. Font of Fertility can't do that. And this is something that I feel differently about in Limited versus something like Commander. Much better in Limited. Mana Dorks, not really insane in Commander. There's just too many board sweepers. Banishing Light on Golden Hind, kind of a bummer. It's going to stop us from getting one of these sweet 5-drops out next turn. But we do have stuff to do. Daring Thief on an empty board, pretty good. Particularly when we're going to be able to set it up with Sudden Storm next turn. So if he's got anything spicy, we will be able to take it in the future. Sentry of the Underworld. It's probably worth taking. I'm not sure what we'd take it for, though. I'm just going to play Parisian Chimera and pass. It lets us block Sentry. If he's got a removal spell, he's got a removal spell. Not really much we can do about that. His deck obviously has more removal than ours. But Sudden Storm is going to be very good here at some point, as is Sea God's Revenge. It's unclear when we're going to get the time to leave up Nullify, though. Sip of Hemlock. Sure. Vigilance is pretty sweet here. Yeah. I'm just going to play Snake rather than trying to leave up Nullify. I don't think he was going to give us a 7/7. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's a problem with those Punisher cards, man. You always get the worst of the two options. But I think Snake is actually a pretty good one. I think Snake and the red one, Farragax Giant, are both sides of their Punisher. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Both sides of their Punisher mechanic are very good. So I paid the tribute on Ornitharch primarily so that we can then take it with Sunstorm. Can't block. Don't know why Moto even gives us the chance to block. Seems silly. We're at 7 here. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty sufficiently sized game. Don't need that. I'm going to play Sedge Scorpion, leaving up mana for Nullify. Smashing. Smashing. Smashing! And I like our spot a lot here. It appears as if Sea God's Revenge is just going to be lethal this game. What do you know, Joe? I would like to counter that. So Sea God's Revenge. So switching Sedge Scorpion for one of his creatures, then using Sea God's Revenge to return the Sedge Scorpion to my hand, is what I would like to call a combo. Choose a non-land permanent I control. Sedge Scorpion. Choose a non-land permanent your opponent controls. Ornitharch. We'll allow this to resolve. Do I wish to use the ability? You know, I think yes. I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking boom. What have you got to say about that? Colossal Heroics. I think it's good enough to leave on top. I'll replay the Sedge Scorpion. Opponent takes 6 here when we've got a 5/5 flyer. Not too worried about this. This has got to be a dominating board position, any way you look at it. Even if he has the, what is it, the Archon of whatever, you know, that gets enchantment people back. I don't think that saves him here. I think Colossal Heroics is lethal around like whatever he could potentially have. Launch the fleets, maybe? Is that a thing? They puts him into play tapped and attacking, right? So that's probably not as good. For and you have to target things. Yeah. So launch the fleets does nothing. I don't even know why I mentioned it. Our opponent enters the tank to try and consider the meaning of life, what type of sandwich he's going to make when he scrubs, why I'm playing Moto at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Who knows? Who knows what he's thinking about? What are you thinking about? Concedes, and we have the match. I'll be back for round 2.